Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you see this. This is Dee with Older INFP Insights, and I've got enough time to do another video here before the end of the year, so I thought I would. It's kind of rainy today. The topic today is INFPs return after breakups. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and it seems like I'm getting recommended to me for some reason, attachment styles. And that's what they talk about a lot. A lot of hear about, does this person return after breakups? This person, whatever. It's a lot. So that just came to me. INFPs, in my opinion and experience, do return after breakups. And I'm talking about breakups with anybody, mainly romantic breakups and like best friend kind of breakups. Because I've learned over the past year that a breakup with a best friend or a very good friend or one that you consider a friend can be as traumatic as a romantic partner breakup. So those two are the types I'm talking about breaking up. And from my experience, yes, we do return. Now, why do we return? Okay, first, before I do that, I'd just like to say welcome if you're new and thank you if you're returning. But think about that for a minute. Why do we return? And the first reason I came up with that maybe society would think would be we return because we don't have much self-esteem, because we're the one who gets stepped on, we're the scapegoats, which I think all that's true in a lot of cases, in the younger ones and in the unhealthy ones. That is true. But no, that's not why we return, because we are lonely. Just FYI, for those of you who are not INFPs, we are not lonely type people. We enjoy being by ourselves more than anybody else in the MBTI. Doesn't mean we can't get lonely, but I think that's for another video, and that's mainly for those who are still have a lot of growing to do, and typically more in the INFP turbulent type. But anyway, I digress. Get back to this topic. So, the ideas that I have about returning, and I'm a returner. I am a returner. It's not, you've got to hit me in the head. You've got to tell me, don't contact me again. You've got to block me. You've got to whatever, and just tell me, or I'm going to return at some point. The reasons. The first reason is INFPs give people second chances, third chances, fourth chances, 100th chances, millionth chances. You might not see it that much. We do it mainly in our heads. We overlook a whole lot. We're colorblind in the red flag area a whole lot. But that's just, there's another reason for that. That's the reason number 2, we return. But yes, we return because we give people a lot of chances. Now, for me personally, I give people 2 chances. Outwardly, covertly, I give people 2 chances. Overtly, yes, but covertly, in my head, you've got like a millionth chance. By the time I'm not speaking to you, or I decided that it's not going to work out between us, or whatever happens like that, I have thought over scenarios in my head where I've almost done that a lot, but I have talked myself out of it. So we do like to give people a lot of chances. Now, what I do is I decide I might not talk to somebody for a while, And usually it's because I'm overwhelmed or I'm bored, one or the other, overwhelmed or bored. And severe boredom does overwhelm me. We do like to be, our brains are very active. We like to be with people who we can be engaged with. Um, Even if we're not outwardly engaged, we don't have to be talking all the time or doing something, an activity all the time, but they've got to be an engaging type of person. When it gets to be too routine, it gets to be boring, and too boring is not something INFJs do very well. There has to be some type of stimulation, mainly cerebral in nature, intellectual. So after that first break, and then I'll just calm down a while and let it go. Usually a few weeks. I think mine personally is like 2 weeks. And I've heard online that a lot of people, whether they're narcissists, if you get into the narcissist videos, you can go down a big rabbit hole forever. So don't do that. I always say the narcissist comes back, or this dismissive avoidant attachment style comes back, or the fearful avoidant comes back, whatever. Because I'm into attachment styles on the YouTube also. It can be between weeks and months, days. Mine, I seem to be. And what are yours? Put it in the comments. I want this to be an engaging video. Put it in the comments. If you reach out to somebody else after you've stopped talking, broken up with a best friend or a romantic partner? What's your time frame? Mine, I found out, I'm learning, is 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, I have calmed down. After 2 weeks, I have processed, because we're processors. I've processed all the information. I have taken the information from the other side. If I've been ghosted, which I have been ghosted, and I have learned that no response is a response. So even if I don't get any response from the other side, which frequently happens because I usually am very angry when anger is what drives me to have the gumption to break it off with people that I should have a long time ago. So I have weighed all options. I have processed. I have gone through the motions. So this is why we see things from a different perspective. We bring in the whole environment. We like to look at different perspectives. We are not black and white people. We're all shades of gray, all shades of everything. We look at the all sides. Takes me 2 weeks, I've learned, and then I will approach. Test the waters. That's what they say, the psychology of it. Test the waters. I'm not trying to manipulate anybody. I'm not trying to whatever. I'm just testing the waters. I've seen it from a different angle. I let them know I see it from their angle, see it from the other angle, and just see what happens. So you get 2 tries. So that's one thing. Yes, we do come back. We come back because we give people a lot of chances. We like to look at all angles. Another way we come back, or another reason that we come back, is because INFPs see the potential in people. Now I was going to say because INFPs see the good in all people. It's not that. When I was doing my mental health work, I would just say this. When I was doing my mental health work, and I've worked with some characters. I'll say characters. I've worked with some kids who just had ADHD and they're just bouncing off the walls, all the way up to, I did mostly kids, but all the way up to teenagers and gangs and whatnot. Some kind of hardcore. I imagine some of them are deceased now, and I imagine some of them are in prison for life now. But yeah, what I used to say to my colleagues in the office when I was doing the mental health work was that I see the good in everybody. It's just that sometimes I have to look a little deeper, and a few times I have to look a lot deeper to find the good. But that was my philosophy, and I had no idea why. I had no idea about the Myers-Briggs and the INFP and whatnot. Had no idea about that, because actually my background's in social work and not psychology, and we don't get into testing too much. We get into a whole different, looking at the person from a holistic standpoint of view. So, yeah, I'm going to take the good out right now from what I know being older. Is that, and then researching and seeing a lot of videos from people about INFPs, we see potential in people. Now that can be a very good thing to see how someone can be and to help people be better for themselves. I think that's why we do come back, because we do see they could be doing like a million things toxic to us. And I am not talking about those that are seriously toxic where your life's in danger. I'm just saying regular relationships, because those you just do need to get out of any way you can, where your life's in danger, life, limb, or whatever, financially, physically, emotionally, if it is really in danger. But we're just talking about regular relationships. We do see the potential in people. We do want to make them better. We want to help them make them better. We know how to help to make them better. We do. Doesn't mean we know everything, but we do know how to make people better. We believe in them. We motivate people. We're healers. We're teachers. We're mediators. That's a good thing. On the flip side of that, sometimes seeing the potential in somebody instead of what really is to our detriment. And usually doesn't work out because things haven't changed. But that is another reason that we come back. We come back because after a while, the good starts evening up. It could be a million things that they've done inappropriate to us, stepped on us, whatever. And then the few things that we see in them, deep down, we know you can do it, that kind of takes over. So we'll reach out. I know I do. I'm going to stop doing it. I'm going to stop doing that. I think I have learned that lesson. But it rarely works because the person's got to change. And then you get back into it and you find out nothing's changed. The only thing that changed was in your mind. Your mind changed. It was an illusion. It wasn't reality. But that's another reason that we return. So yes, this is getting long. INFPs do return after breakups. From my experience and from what I know about INFPs, and just this thought came to my mind today. Put in the comments below. I'd like to see what you think about it. If you liked it, like, share, subscribe, and do comment. Do you return? What are some other reasons that you return? But there are the two main ones, I think, that stick out to me. Again, the two main reasons. Number one is that we give people a lot of chances, so we will return. And number two is that we see the potential in people. We do see the potential in people. We need to actually see the potential in ourselves more so first, I think. But that's it for today. I just wanted to put that out there. That came to my mind while I was cleaning. I actually was cleaning today. Again, like, share, subscribe, comment below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. And until next time, stay safe.